nhớ rằng trò tán ở trong phong dư trong nhà trong gì cái này vì nhau thiết cho nô sẽ đời cụ do chế lâu nhà chỉ có lì sao chế để nhà chỉ cho lừ trả nổ nó nói rằng xé một lúc chi phí đã các lo nhìn phong đỡ cánh cử mong cổ tết cho lừ trong cầu chiên cây bé tụ sầu do tụ nụ tụ chân cho bỏ lâu trong cổ chiên cây bé do do ý ra đa năng của chữ sĩ nho hồ lu dân thọ nạ Soptuang của dâu tu xia thiên trai hình ê cụ của do chế lo nhà chỉ có lì do lo nhận chọn đỡ mong họ tụ mình xài sử dụng lo do lo nhận cho lù à kỳ ê của trong đầu rồi có lúc cha nhau hoặc là cùng bé lúc nọ ra ó để do của mỗi ý đồ phong dư mong lý sĩ sử hành ta sĩ nửa họ mua cho cứ ti nhỏ tỏ năm nhào để nửa hai đồ của tìa nửa mua tỏ lợ ở chả mỗi ý nô của tua mùa hậu lử bể trống lò của bỏ nửa gì lợ khía chúa chả mùa đùa bể trống lợ cụ thiết bể thu phong dư thế lì khía dây lợ ca một sao bể thật bể một sao bể ở chả của bỏ của tụ phong dư bự đợt lợ kể tí tu lòn trả tà hòn đợt nửa hậu xía mua ở lúc khó một sự đun chia đùa hậu lợ cũng chia cho nâng tuôn đờ mua liền nâng gấu lần xua tụ chế của mùa quần chư lọ chín cho cá sò lì cụ bỏ của tụ phong như gì ấy in chuồn tao lia đầu đó cổ thiết sao cho trò hậu à nữ chia linh chia bố sọn tu theo hai tia luôn tu ấy thọ có lúc bế chế nâng thế lâu chế nữ chia ly khống tiền cầu hậu à cậu kia à bây giờวันนึกขอนโยปูอาตากูเต้าจีเต้ากูกลัวม้วนลีเลอเจกูเจลียัวลัวเจ้าม้วนเดาเทียกูเจ้าเก๋กูรู้เขาเสียยอยถดตื้อกูจัวลีเราตาหล่อเลยเทียกูลูกขอนโยปวดใจมาเชงก็เตียกูสวดเตตัวตื้อตูจีเต้ากูลูกปวดใจกูจะลีจูกูจะพงยืดเตะเทียจะลีเต้าเก่งไก่หาเราหมดเจรถนุ่นดีตาชีกูปอกเกลีเท่าไก่ลีเหล่าซื้อกูเทลีไฮลีนอเกียตัวกูจะพงยืดเตียจะลีจาเราเป๊กจีมวนนั่งอัวเลยมุดซาเจเนียมุทอเนียพอตัวเอกูเจ้าเป้มูรอจอนั่งเพนอต่อตรงอย่าบอกไปเจอตูไปมัววัวก่อนหนึ่งเช้าเลิกเกียถ้าไปรอจะไปมัวอีเชียพอโจท้ายเลยแต่สิไปเจอีเชียพอยักปวดตีอาจวดเตอเกต่อการนอไปเสดหมูจ่อรอใจโจหัวเตลุงกันเจียหัวเจรอย่อใจระเตตือตรงว่าย่อใจไปเจโยมัวตัวเจ้าเซ็งกูอีตัวพงยือหอหายเตียcho bò bây giờ lo yên tu xia thiết chỉ tí giả lý co ta chỉ có bao nhiêu ô tàu lý co hay tia mà bây lo ô cái bò thầu u lò cũng chỉ xa hay tia tí bia sư ấy có yêu mù ô tàu nâng lý co hay cũng tư gió lúc mua nửa giờ ta chỉ cũng dân ý sự chỉ tàu chạy cũng cho phong dư ý rau lì cũng chỉ té ý lò lù lì bé chỉ li nhẹ lò nhẹ tí giả li rau ta lò và bé bỏ và trâu chọn xài thía cú chỉ tê ta chỉ cú dân xã trồng họ và dừa mù bao của rong rua xứ lì để chỉ thầu bé thâu cái lò mù dừa sao chê để cú mà trọ xìa rù cú thiên li trọ nô cú tụ phong dư hai tìa và ta có hai lý cha trâu cú giờ hai tìa có chỉ tàu nó ló của hai tìa cú dân chỉ nó có vì cú lúc xía xa trong họ ở dừa mù tổ cú lộng xứ và trâu con nữa cú tụi mi phong như rồng giờ chỉ mua co cho lù thành chỉ cho cú thiên nê và nâng rồng lì trà lợi riêng nó cú mà trò cá mua lò sát so còn tờ mà thiết thân cầu lúc chạy tận thá nhà lúc chạy và dừa khó dù tụ khanh nó sẽ nụ nọ dù do tụ nâng lòng lì chả tê tia.
A second experience involves a very close friend of mine from Lee clan, who informed me that he would be going from Soptuang Refugee Camp to Nyob Refugee Camp because he had many cousins there. One day, as I was returning home from work, out of the blue, I saw his father running quickly up into the mountains. My 3 friends and I hurriedly followed in his direction. When we reached the area, I saw that my Lee friend was lying in the middle of the road, beaten, battered, bloodied, and worst of all, lifeless. There were 2 cavernous bullet wounds in his chest, each covered with the black soot of the gunpowder residue. By this time, a crowd of about 20 people had gathered around the body of my friend, his lifeless form serving as a poignant reminder of everyone of how tenuous our lives in the camps were, how easily they could be taken away because we were locked up animals, ready to be slaughtered at the whim and will of others. Everyone was crying for the poor young man, but also crying for their own sad situation. We were all distraught that we did not even bother drying our eyes or mucus. I saw my friend's father carry some red cloth on his back and kneeled down, kowtowing all the way to the ground. He suddenly looked into the skies and cried, "The heavens, please love our family." Then he bent down again and bit into the ground 3 times, his mouth full of dirt, a symbolic move to signify terrible anguish and pleading for the heavens' justice to punish those responsible. I could not fight back my own tears. My emotions were so strong I almost lost consciousness. My passion and love for my Hmong people burned deeply in my heart every time as hotly as with the previous episode. My mouth, my chin, both trembled uncontrollably, such that even when I used my hands to physically restrain it, I was unable to do so, penned up, powerless. I gently tugged at my friend's hands as if begging to leave this nightmare. It was a clear sunny day, but my vision was as if it was night, lit only by the sliver of a crescent moon. I said to my friends, "Regardless of what we do, we already have no future. When we reach home, we need to go and retrieve our guns and go lie in wait in the mountains for all those evil people. We will make sure that every single one of them disappear to dirt." When we'd come into Thailand, we turned in some of our guns to the Thai authorities, but we saved some at txoj, named for the original location that we settled after having fled Laos. It was an area with red mud that was hard to wash off from our feet. Then once relocated, we'd all gone back to retrieve them and hid them in the haystacks of our homes or at the bottom of the hills near our homes. As if there was a savior, my friend said, "Jabal. We are all saddened and angry like you, but what exactly are you going to really do? We grew up together, and I do not think for a moment that you are capable of doing something like what you are suggesting." I almost berated him, but being that I had never before even chided my friend, I did not answer at all. We just each returned back to our home like the last time when we saw those girls. I did not answer, for my mind was already too busy plotting revenge, but as we continued trekking home, my heart started to cool down. I asked my friend earlier, "What did you say to me?" He asked, "You did not hear me?" I said, "I could not hear you because I was too focused on what the Gulong did, still trying to reconcile my mind around the fact that we are all powerless to do anything." Thank you, my friend. If you were not there to chide me, then who knows what kind of person you and I would have become. When I think back to those thoughts, it makes me queasy to think that I could consider such things. That was the most trying time that has shaped me to become the person I am today.
Chân cử mong cổ tê cho lừ trong cầu chi ngày tê gia đa nâng và phải hành và chủ sĩ đầu của tụ phong yêu rồng nhỏ hồ lô dân thọ nà tơ trò sụp tuồng cho là sau lì nọ sư em vừa trong đầu trâu cả lô cha nhông là cổng bé trong nhớ tờ tấn tây nọ do trong cầu chi ngày plau cú chỉ và cha lâu gia đa nâng và trâu của lòng tàu nhỏ trâu hồ lô dân thọ nà tơ trò sụp tuồng em vừa trong đầu bé mà xin chỉ đùa